recall a memory about their family life.
当人们问起有关于他家庭的这个生活的一些事情的时候，
there are two possible responses.
有两个有可能的回应。
One, they could remember something very happy, such as going on a vacation with their family. Maybe something they saw, maybe something they ate, some food they ate.
很喜乐的事情，可能你会想起跟家人一起出去旅行的时候，吃的、喝的，还有我们所做的快乐的事情。
The other response is the opposite. It could be a sad or painful memory because the family they lived in was dysfunctional.
另外一个回想可能是伤心的，可能是不喜悦的，因为我们活在可能在一个没有发挥正常的一个环境里面。
Now there are people who talk about growing up in homes, and they knew that one day they have to move away if they had the opportunity.
有人说，如果我有机会的话，我要在一个成长的家庭，有一天我要搬离这个家庭。
Now there's other people who are living in dysfunctional families right now, but the problem is they don't realize that they're living in a dysfunctional family.
有一些人可能活在一个可能没有一个完全组织的家庭里面，但是他们没有发觉到这个家庭没有完全发挥一个正常的组织。
Now in the Bible, you can find various families that have their unique dysfunctions.
在圣经当中，你会发觉到，每一个家庭有他个别面对的问题，有他不完全的地方。
Now each of these faith families, we can find that there is no family circumstance that's unique.
就是在这些当中，你会发觉到，没有一个家庭的情况都是一样的。
Now when Solomon wrote in Ecclesiastes that there's nothing new under the sun, he was right. There's nothing that you and I that hasn't been already faced or survived.
当所罗门王写传道书的时候，他说：“日光之下无新事。”我们发现到，今天我们所处的社会，实际上没有所谓新的事情，什么事情都曾经发生过。
Now today I'm going to talk about the story of Joseph in the Old Testament. Now he was considered by some to be the most attractive Old Testament characters.
今天我要跟大家思想有关旧约里面约瑟的事情。约瑟是在旧约当中被称为是最有吸引力的一个形象。
Now he maintained a steadfast trust of God, even though he was suffering unjustly.
他对神保持着一个忠心的爱，虽然他面对一个不公平的环境。
And he had constantly choices that honored God.
他有很多时候有尊重神的一个环境。
Now Joseph was the son of Jacob and Rachel, Jacob's best loved wife.
约瑟是雅各和拉结，也就是雅各最亲爱的太太的儿子。
Unfortunately, his father showed him such obvious favoritism that Joseph's brothers resented him deeply.
很可惜的，他父亲对他太偏爱了，以致他的兄弟们就深深的痛恨他。
Now, favoritism has a long history in Jacob's family. Isaac loved Esau more than Jacob. Rebekah loved Jacob more than Esau. And most reverently, Rebekah loved Jacob more than Leah.
那这个偏心的事情呢，在这个雅各的家庭里边呢，常有一个很长久的历史。以撒喜欢过这个雅各超过以撒。利百加喜欢雅各超过以撒，还有其他的在他家里面的人呢，喜欢雅各呢，喜欢这个其他的人都有这个偏心的事情。
Now his old love for Rachel is now transferred to Joseph, Rachel's son. It is therefore hardly surprising that the brothers hated him, but it is said 3 times in the Genesis, indicating the intensity of their feelings.
那么雅各的这个爱呢，现在呢，又倾向这个拉结的儿子约瑟，所以呢，圣经当中记载有3次呢，他的兄弟们非常非常的痛恨他。
Once again, parental attitudes are merging in the children. Leah is twice described as hated, so in turn, her sons hate too.
那么在这些家长的形象当中呢，有时候出现了一些偏恨的事情，所以圣经当中讲到拉结呢，有2次呢就形容他非常非常的恨，就是恨这个家里面的事情。
Hatred is a terrible sin. It's because it generates other sins. Hatred stirs up dissension, but love covers over all wrong, Proverbs writes. Anyone who claims to be in light but hates his brother is still in darkness, writes in 1 John. Hatred in the heart is the moral equivalent of murder, writes in Matthew. Anyone who hates his brother is a murderer. And you know that no murderer has eternal life in him. 1 John.
在圣经当中告诉我们，恨恶是一件恐怖的一个罪恶。在箴言书里面告诉我们，骄傲挑起争竞，恨恶挑起争竞，爱能保护遮盖所有的怨恨。圣经也告诉我们，如果心中有怨恨的话，在约翰一书里面告诉我们不能够爱我们那个弟兄，不能爱看出见的弟兄。圣经里面在马太福音里面也告诉我们，就是说恨恶等于是凶杀的事情。所以呢，如果有恨恶的事情的话呢，如果任何一个人恨恶他的弟兄的话，那等于是一个谋杀的事件。
To add fuel to the fire, one of the brothers hated him. Joseph was given a special coat.
在火上添油的话呢，约瑟他的父亲给了他一个特别的一个衣服。
Now, it's often described that the coat has many colors, but it was more than that. The coat was a symbol of nobility, a mark of favor, and a blessing.
那么这个彩衣呢，是一个尊贵荣耀的一个代表，势力的代表。
To put it in modern perspective, it is like you giving your child an iPad, and then your other siblings get a notepad.
那么用现在的话说，你给你的孩子一个iPad 那么其他的孩子呢，可能就羡慕只有不是那么好的东西。
Now, if you do that, you will definitely create sibling rivalry, as in the case with Joseph and his brothers.
那么如果你这样做的话呢，你就制造出一个兄弟之间的一些妒忌怨恨，就好像约瑟的家庭一样。
It didn't also help the relation much when Joseph picked Joseph to be the supervisor over his brothers in the fields, even though he was the youngest of the 11.
虽然约瑟在11个兄弟之间是最年轻的，不过呢，约瑟好像远远的超越了他的兄长，做了兄长的指导。
Unfortunately, Joseph didn't handle the special love he got from Joseph well. For one thing, he wore that coat all the time, even when he did farm work.
那很可惜的，约瑟没有好好的处理这个事情，他一直穿着这个彩衣，甚至他到田里工作的时候也是穿着这个彩衣。
So it's no surprise it's written in Genesis 37, verse 4, that his brothers hated him and could not speak a kind word of him.
所以在创世纪第34章第7到第9节的时候，就说他的兄弟们恨恶他甚至没有什么说话可以来形容。
To make the matter worse, God gave Joseph 2 dreams, and both portrayed the older brothers one day bowing before Joseph. He told them everything that the Bible says. They hate him even more.
那么圣经里面更形容，就是说上帝给约瑟2个梦，其中一个说，所有的兄长有一天都要跪拜在他的面前，所以他们更加的恨恶约瑟。
So later on in Joseph's story, we find Jacob sending Joseph to check on his brothers in the fields.
所以呢，在接下去的故事发展的时候，就看见雅各差派兄长们去在田里面去寻找约瑟。
Seeing the sight of Joseph, seeing the sight of Joseph and his coat, made the brothers' blood boil.
那么这些兄长看见约瑟和他的美丽的彩衣的时候，他们更是心里面充满着愤恨。
So what did the brothers do? They took a vote and they decided to sell Joseph to some traders headed for Egypt. They dipped his blood in goat's blood and took Joseph and told him that a wild beast had killed Joseph. So told Jacob told him that a wild beast had killed Joseph.
所以呢，他们就投票，就把约瑟卖到埃及去了。他们把约瑟沾满了这个羊血，那么就说是给野兽吃去了，告诉雅各说，你的儿子被售卖出去。
Now it's interesting that earlier in Genesis, Jacob had killed a kid in order to deceive his father, and now his sons were following in his father's footsteps.
那么在创世纪的前面的时候，我们看见雅各也做了很多欺骗的事情，现在轮到他的儿子们也做这些欺骗的事情。
Now in Egypt, Joseph was sold to a higher official named Potiphar. Joseph soon became Potiphar's most trusted agent and was put in charge of his estate.
那么在埃及的时候，约瑟被卖给一个主人叫波提法，波提法很疼爱他，所以呢就把他升为一个可以信任的一个管家。
Now when Potiphar's wife falsely accused Joseph of attempting to rape her, Potiphar's imprisoned Joseph. In prison, Joseph's organizational gifts and trustworthiness again led to his advancement.
那么当波提法的太太要勾引这个约瑟的时候，那么约瑟拒绝了。后来波提法就把约瑟把他下在监牢里边，约瑟所有的荣华富贵都没有了。
So in prison soon he became the warden's agent and ran the prison. This prison housed the king's prisoners. And when the two officials of the royal court were housed there, Joseph correctly interpreted their dreams.
那么在这个监牢里边，约瑟非常的被尊重，那么他有地位，所以这个管监牢的人，当他们在这个梦的时候呢，约瑟就替他们解梦。
As Joseph had predicted, one official was hanged, while the other was restored to his office.
那么当约瑟在这样讲的时候，说一个管监狱的会被上吊，另外一个呢会恢复他原来的这个工作。
Now there are several things that are significant about the decade or more during which Joseph lived first as a slave and later as a convict.
那么呢就在这个事情上呢约瑟呢就成了一个囚犯那有许多的事情在发生。
First, Joseph made most of his opportunities. Rather than become despondent or depressed, Joseph went to work. There are no better way to prepare for great things than to be faithful in small things.
那么约瑟呢做了几件事情，第一呢就是他继续的忠心于他的工作上，所以我们说不管大小事，只要我们在事情上忠心那这是应当尽的责任。
Second, Joseph remained committed to God and godliness. We see this in Joseph's response to Potiphar's wife when she attempts to seduce him. He says, "How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God?"
那么约瑟非常对上帝非常忠心。当波提法的太太勾引他的时候，他说：“我怎么能够得罪我的上帝？”
It's all too tempting, everybody. When life treats you unfairly, what do? We take detours into sin. Joseph maintained his integrity through it all.
当我们在生活上很不满意的时候，很可能我们就走向犯罪。但是呢，约瑟却是保持他敬虔的心，没有犯罪的一个道德人格。
2 years later, when the Pharaoh had disquieting dreams, no one could interpret the dreams. And the official whose dream Joseph had explained told Pharaoh about him.
2年过后，当这个法老王记起这个梦的时候，那么他就问这个监狱长说：“谁可以解释我的梦？”所以呢，这个监狱长就推荐了约瑟。
So God showed Joseph the meaning of the Pharaoh's disquieting dreams. Joseph explained that Egypt would experience 7 years of abundant crops, followed by 7 years of famine.
那么 约瑟就替法老解释说，埃及会经历7年的大丰收，然后呢7年的大饥荒。
Joseph advised Pharaoh to prepare for the famine by storing grain during the 7 good years. Pharaoh, impressed by the dream interpretation and advice, made Joseph the second ruler in Egypt.
那么约瑟就劝勉法老王说，7年要存粮，7年预备这个灾荒。然后呢，约瑟就被升为在埃及地很尊重的一个第2号总管的人物。
Applying the organizational skills he had developed in Potiphar's house and in the king's prison, Joseph set out energetically to prepare Egypt for the coming famine.
所以用他在波提法的家庭和他上帝给他的聪明智慧，他就替埃及预备了这7年的这个灾粮。
So when the famine struck 7 years later, the entire Middle East was affected. Jacob sent his sons to Egypt to purchase grain so the family might survive.
那么在过了7年的这个灾荒的时候，整个中东都进入灾荒期。那么雅各差遣他的儿子去到埃及去购买这一些谷粮。
On each of the 2 trips, they met Joseph, but did not recognize him. Unknowingly, they bowed before Joseph, just as Joseph's childhood dream had predicted they would.
那么这些兄长们2次遇见约瑟，并向他跪拜，可是他们并不认得是约瑟。
Finally, Joseph revealed himself and wept with happiness. He forgave his brothers and invited the whole family to settle in Egypt.
最后，约瑟跟他的兄长相认，他就与他们呢一起共进这个膳食，他们欢喜的在一起。
Over a period of 13 years, God enabled Joseph to accomplish some wonderful things. Sold into slavery by his own brothers, lied about by his boss's wife, thrown into prison and forgotten. If anyone had a reason to be dysfunctional, it was Joseph.
那么经过这13年的时间，约瑟被下进监牢里面，被出卖，也经过许多人生痛苦的事情。你说人生里面，如果谁经过更痛苦的事情的话，那我们可以说约瑟是其中一个代表。
And yet he brought blessing to Potiphar's house and to the people in prison. He overcame his temptation, and because of that, he endured false accusation and great injustice.
但是因为他在所有的事上忠心，在波提法的家忠心，他在法老前也忠心，所以呢，他也得着了他忠心所要回报的果子。
Now Joseph was a man of faith, who expected God to work. He was ready and obedient when the call came.
约瑟是一个有信心的人，所以当神的呼召临到他身上的时候，他就回应了上帝的呼召。
But there's one more achievement that in some ways was the greatest of all. He was enabled by God's grace to wipe out the pains and the bad memories of the past and make a new beginning.
但是在他的人生当中，有更大也是最大的事情，就是他把过去的事情忘记了，但是他面对着前面的事情。
In all of it, Joseph saw a sovereign God who was at work. So let me ask you, was Joseph devastated at times? Yes, but he was not destroyed.
那么在所有的事情上，约瑟经历了。那我要问大家的一个问题就是：约瑟当时候会不会伤心？他伤心，但是呢，他没有失望。
Were there pain and loneliness and heartache at times? Yes.
在他的人生当中，有没有痛苦呢？有没有孤单呢？有。
But Joseph found a better way to deal with his pain.
但是约瑟找到了一个更好处理他痛苦的事情。
He would forget the injustice, trust a wise and sovereign God, and move ahead with his life.
他忘了所有不公平的事情，信靠一个公正的上帝，往前而行走。
So as we read in Genesis, Joseph looked into the eyes of the brothers, who did so much hurt to him, and said, it was not you who sent me here, but God.
所以当他望作他的所有的兄长的时候，他说：“不是你们差我到这里来，乃是上帝差我到这里来。”
And he made me a father to Pharaoh, and lord to all his house, and a ruler throughout the land of Egypt.
上帝使我在法老面前升高，使他信任我，也统管埃及地。
The story of Joseph is an early account of the forgiving nature of God expects us to display in our treatment to those who have wronged us. It is a founding example of Christ-like love.
约瑟的生平其实是让我们做一个很早的一个，就是耶稣基督赦免我们所有的罪的一个形象。
Joseph's forgiveness of his brother's sin is so complete that he kisses all of them, weeps with joy, and at being united with them once again.
约瑟的这个赦免是非常完全的，他与他的兄长们一起哭，他与他们一起亲嘴，一起喜乐。
You have to understand, brotherly love is expressive, self-giving, and offered in a way that assists its being received.
所以呢，兄弟之间的这个爱的表达，在这里我们看见非常的彰显，也被接受。
Just to make sure the point is made, Genesis writes, in quote, Joseph affirming the message once more, but as for you, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good.
约瑟对他的兄长们说：“对于你们对我来讲是一个凶害，但是对上帝来说却是一个福气，一个祝福。”
Let me ask you again. Did they sin against him? Yes. Was it evil? Yes. But did God use it for Joseph's good? Yes, God did.
当我问你，他们对他是不是一个凶害？是的。是不是一个邪恶的事情？是的。但是呢，对神来说却是一个祝福，是一个蒙福的事情。
As a confirmation that Joseph found healing by forgiving his past, he named his first son Manasseh, which means the Lord made me forget.
所以呢，约瑟为了纪念这个事情，就给他的第一个儿子叫 Manasseh， 就是说，上帝使我忘记这个事情。
Now I want to stress that to forget does not mean to fail to remember.
那我要强调就是说，忘掉了，不是说我真的就把这个事情忘记了，就是说全部忘了。
To forget in the Bible means no longer be influenced by or affected by.
那更是呢，忘记了，就是说不再受这个事情的影响。或者这个事情来搅扰我。
Joseph did not forget his family, but he did not let his pain of the past cause him pain in his present life. We never should allow the trash of the past to stink up our present lives.
约瑟他没有让现在的生活来对过去的事情受到伤害或者受到影响。我们也一样的，今天的生活。我们不受到以前的伤害来使我们消极的，或者是影响着我们。
Paul writes in Philippians chapter 3, "This is one thing I do," Paul said, "forgetting that which lies behind, I press on toward the high calling."
保罗在腓立比书第3章这样说，他说：“忘记背后，努力面前，向着标杆来直跑。”
Now Joseph had a second son named Ephraim, which means fruitful. Egypt had been a place of suffering and pain for Joseph. But then he had two sons named Manasseh and Ephraim, forgetful and fruitful.
约瑟第二个孩子叫以法莲，意思就是说是结果子丰盛的意思。所以他有两个孩子，一个就是忘记过去，结果得着丰盛。
Joseph insisted on letting the good things in his life help heal his pain of the past. Joseph could see that life is good because God is good.
那约瑟看见生命是美好的，因为上帝是美好的； 过去不能够影响任何对我们对上帝的信心和伤害。
The goodness in the present helped Joseph keep the pain of the past in the past.
那么现在的美好，让约瑟就把过去的事情留在过去了。
Now, before I met my wife Winnie, I was with someone who was both physically and emotionally abusive.
当我还没有遇到我的太太维尼的时候，我曾经是一个在生理和心理上非常的这个粗暴的一个人。
It took me a long time to recover from the abuse that she inflicted on me.
那么我用了很多时间，就是这些粗暴在我身上呢，我才复原。
When I met Winnie, I knew that she would be the person that I would spend my life with.
当我遇到维尼的时候，我知道这一位姐妹是我一生要一起永远在一起的一个人。
But unfortunately, I still live with the scars of my previous relationship.
但是呢，我很可惜的，我还是带着以前我生活的一些伤痕来生活。
So I had a choice. Do I live in the past, or do I forget the past and live in the present?
所以我有一个选择，我要活在过去，或者忘记过去，活在现在。
Joseph named his first son forgetful and his second son fruitful for one good reason. There can be no fruitful living in the present until there's forgetful healing of the past.
所以约瑟给他的孩子，第一个叫做忘记过去，第二个叫做丰满的生活。意思就是说，你没有忘记过去的话，你现在很难活在丰盛当中。
I want to repeat. There can be no fruitful living in the present until there is forgetful healing of the past.
所以我要再重复一次说，如果没有把以前的事情忘记了，现在没有办法活在丰盛的生命当中。
The Apostle Paul said beautifully, we have to forget what is behind and strain forward to what is ahead.
所以使徒保罗说，我们要忘记背后，努力面前。
We need to concern ourselves with forgetting what is behind so that we can take the next step.
所以呢，我们要想想怎么把以往的事情放下，那么再走第二步的路。
Now here's the problem. The past wants to follow us around, but we cannot allow that. We must be healed of the past through forgiveness and forgetting what is behind.
那么问题就在这里我们常常我们的过去一直跟随着我们，一直想不放下我们一直追着我们，所以我们必须想尽办法把过去放下，那么往前而走。
We cannot embrace the fruitfulness of the present until we have experienced the forgetful healing of the past. We need Manasseh before we have Ephraim.
那我们要过在一个丰盛的生活，我们必须要把过去忘记了。我们要这个马纳沙的话，我们必须要把500年先摆在面前。
We will forget the pain of the past to the extent that we focus on the fruitfulness of the present.
我们要忘记以前想到现在的这个丰盛的生命。
So where do you want to live? In the present or in the past?
所以你要在什么样的环境生活？在过去呢，或是在现在？
Now there's some who consider Joseph to be the single most Christ-like figure in the Old Testament. A person who mirrors, his life mirrors that Christ is significant in many significant ways.
那么圣经当中有人说约瑟是第二位最有耶稣基督形象的一个人，他真的是生命中活出了耶稣基督的生命形象。
Joseph is like Jesus in that he was beloved by his father and obedient to his will, hated and rejected by his brethren, sold as a slave, falsely accused, and unjustly punished, finally elevated to the place of suffering to a powerful throne, thus saving his people from death.
那么约瑟就像耶稣一样，被诬告，被误解，也经过许多的痛苦，那么经过许多失望的路，但是这是一条顺服的路。
Now the major difference, of course, is that Joseph was only reported to be dead, while Jesus Christ did give his life on the cross and was raised from the dead in order to save us.
但是不同的就是 约瑟是一个死人，但是耶稣从死里复活，拯救了我们的生命。
Now, maybe in your life, you have been crippled by the pain of the past. Using Joseph as example, my prayer is that you will remember that forgiving those who hurt us is the key to emotional healing of the past.
那么，或许你的生命当中有许多事情使你以前的事情使你受到影响，没有办法往前。但是我希望你学习像约瑟一样，把以前的事情放下，不被他们瘫痪。
After forgiving those in the past, we need to set our minds on the present and the future, and ask God to give us the gift of forgetting.
那么忘了过去，我们要想到现在将来，求神给我们一个赦免的生命。
Now, I have a treat for you. I'm going to ask the youth to come and sing a song. It is especially powerful. It's about the power of our God and how He can help us in all things, especially when we are dealing with the pain of the past.
那我现在请年轻人来唱一首诗歌。那么我们看见神的大能，就是告诉我们怎么样忘记背后，但是努力面前。
Okay, can I get the youth to come up? Good morning. One, two, three.
Awesome.